Hey, good morning, guys, and welcome to today, 24th of January 2023, for the pre-market analysis for Bank Nifty. Okay, so let me just quickly share my screen and let's first look at, what's the overall auction happened and, where we need to start looking at. Okay, so first of all, we had a good gap up. So basically previous day high, that is 42,700 is where, that was my point of interest and I was looking for this particular gap. So we still have a gap and it did not got filled. So odds are higher that we will be, filling this gap today in today's auction. So overall, yesterday, what has happened is, we opened around 42,890 something. So this is where we opened. I immediately shifted my focus at these two levels and was looking, whether the supply is coming in or not. So there were two scenarios, which I was looking at. First is supply coming in, and the second scenario is what do we see the reaction at 42,700? Because below 42,700 is where the sellers are trapped. So these are the areas where there are a lot of sellers who are trapped. So when we had a gap up opening, we immediately saw a down move and then a reversal happened. So when this sort of price action is happening, that's where I just stay away because there are huge swings, or not swings but volatility which is happening in the options premium. So if you're an option buyer, you will get you'll able to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so overall, we saw sellers at 43,000. So that's where I initiated my short trade. So 43,200 puts, that's what I started to buy. And my first target was to see if this gap got filled. But, because it was too volatile, my stop loss and even if I keep a trailing stop loss, all those orders were getting it. So I took like about 10 trades and then I made my 1% and I just moved away. But overall, what we saw is I was expecting continuation to fill the gap, which did not happen. And this is where we had a sort of a front running activity going on. So 42,700 is an important level for me to, today to observe. And once the supply stopped, or the selling stopped, we were just chopping in this range. So 42,800, 42,700, this is the 100-point initial range which I'll be seeing today. And what I mean by today, so this is the level where the sellers who were will come again. So today the odds are higher that we might open with within the range of last Friday, which was I think 19th or 20th of, yeah, it was 20th of Jan. Okay, not 23rd. 23rd was yesterday. So odds are higher that we will be opening in this range. And what I see is if we open the PPOC or the point of control act as a support. If it does not, then this is where again another trap seller. So basically below 42,500 is again where the sellers who are trapped. So this is a choppy zone from 42,500 to 42,700. So if we just see sideways choppiness, then I'll just stay away. And these are the points which I'll see. I'll understand the behavior, and based on that, I'll be taking taking my option buying or trading intraday perspective. Second thing is today is Tuesday, Fin Nifty expiry. So overall, the areas which I'm looking at is, 42,800 to 42,700 to 42,600. So this is where sellers will be there, and 500 to 400 is the range where buyers will be there. Okay, so expect a choppiness, in this 300 to 400 range, today. A lot of premium erosion can happen. And we need to see, whether we get a breakout to the upside or, we get a breakdown to the downside, because on the lower side is area where, a lot of buyers are present. So 40 to 400, 40 to 500 is where a lot of buying positions are already there. So those who bought here or whose cost basis is here, they don't mind, adding more positions or building up their portfolio in this level. Okay. So that's all, that's what I have overall from the trading plan perspective, what I'm looking at. Let me also look at the inventory levels. So I'll just enable the inventory levels and see where we are seeing the maximum sort of build-up. Okay, so at the moment we are seeing 43,000 as the level of resistance, with more call positions being created. These are where a lot of sellers are basically creating a lot of call positions. So 43,000 from a positional point of view is a level where a lot of call and second from the support level is 42,500, where a lot of put positions have been created. Okay, so 800 to 600, to 500. So this 300 400 point range is what I'm expecting a sort of choppiness, and from the level of equilibrium perspective, I'm looking at 40 to 800, where there is equal number of contracts created. So this is my line in the sand, and if price goes up, I'll be seeing if we get a consolidation or sideways chop. If it does, then we can have a wild short covering move, or we can have a wild long liquidation move. Yeah. So 40 to 800 is the area of interest, and below it is where puts are more. Above it is where the calls are more. So 40 to 800 is an important level today for me from the intraday perspective. Lastly, I'll just share my other inventory chart, and here it's clearly visible that the sellers were the ones who who won the overall battle. So there are sellers from 40 to 880 to the 40 to 755, or consider this 100-point range. So 40 to 800 to 40 to 700 is where the sellers are present, and the buyers are trapped between 40 to 700 to 40 to 840 or 850 levels. So even if the price moves here, expect responsive selling, and I'm expecting the price to go till 40 to 520 or 40 to 500 levels, because this is where the sellers are trapped. So if the price goes here, we might expect some responsive buying. So the range for today, is 40 to 755 to 40 to 560 something. So this is the overall initial range which I'll be looking at, and we'll observe how the overall price develops, and how the overall auction develops. So thank you, and let's catch up tomorrow. Look at the references which I shared in today's pre-market analysis. And yeah, it's 8:57 now. So, we'll get the pre-open data around 9:07 or 9:08. So let's see, what the overall pre-market data shares. Yeah. So thank you, and let's catch up tomorrow. Yeah. Take care. Bye.